Hi, my name is Elle. I'm a cross-stitch artist and designer here on TikTok, and today we're going to be talking about where to get DMC thread cheaply. So if you go directly to DMC's website, they actually sell each skein for over $1 a piece. The important thing to remember about DMC Floss is this is a French company, so you are paying for shipping and things like that as well, especially if you're in the United States. However, it is considered very, very high quality compared to other brands that are available, and it is the standard for the industry. So this is considered the go-to brand for almost everyone that I know that cross stitches. The only other one that is considered really comparable is Anchor brand. Most other stuff is considered subpar for a variety of reasons, mostly being they break really easily or they like fluff out as you're stitching with them and things like that. So finding DMC brand specifically for cheap is a little bit difficult, or can be. Most of the places that I found online that sell it for cheaper, their websites are incredibly difficult to navigate, particularly if you're needing to get a whole lot of colors, like for this pattern where you need 104 different colors. That being said, if you have a hobby or a craft shop near you, like Joann's, Michael's, Hobby Lobby, something like that, a lot of times they will be selling them cheaper than you can find online. And that's because they're buying them in bulk, because they have lots of different stores that they can send them to. So they buy them in bulk, they get a discount, they're able to sell them for cheaper. Joann's right now sells them, I think, for about 66 cents a skein. So compare that to DMC's $1.05 a skein, you're already cheaper than buying them online. The other thing that you can often do with Joann's and Michael's and places like that is you can use coupons as well. So that is what I will do a lot of times if I have like a 20% off your entire purchase, or I have a 40 or 50% off a single item. That is usually when I will go and stock up on some colors that I need. I will usually save the 40-50% off for like if I need something else related to stitching. So like when I went and bought my craft stand, if I need a new needle minder or like bigger ticket items. I usually don't use the 40 or 50% off a single item when I'm just buying floss. I usually want to save that for something a little more expensive. But the coupons that are like 15-20% off your entire order, those are perfect because DMC floss rarely goes on sale. That being said, I was just on Joann's website and they are currently on sale right now. So now might be a really good time to look into that. The other thing that I could recommend is, especially if you're doing a big pattern like this where you're going to need a lot of colors, is build up your stash really slowly. So buy a couple of the big colors you know you're going to need, like you know you're going to need a lot of black, and just work on stitching that portion for right now. And as you drive by the store, maybe you go in every once in a while and you just pick up a couple of colors that you know you're going to need soon, or you just work one Pokemon at a time and just get the colors associated with that Pokemon, and you will have leftover to use on other ones as you go down the line. So those are kind of my tips for when you're needing to buy a whole lot of floss for a larger project. That being said, I also personally invested in the black cone and the smaller B5200 cone because I do so much stitching, because it was cheaper for me to buy this than to buy just the floss that I need for my tapestry piece that I'm working on. So I invest in the cones when I can. However, the cones only come in a couple of colors. So black and white, totally recommend you invest in those ones. But then I think it only comes in like Christmas red and like maybe one shade of blue. Like there's not very many options for buying cones. Even for those of us who are professionals and this is our job, is we're literally cross stitching and making kits and things like that for a living. There's not really a lot of great options for us to bulk buy this kind of stuff. Anyway, I hope that helps, and happy stitching.